4 things to know for the week ahead. It's Monday, it's a new week, and while we won't pretend we know everything that's going to happen over the next 7 days, we have some sense of what's coming up. Here's your briefing on some of the most important and interesting stories happening in the week ahead. 1. Face-to-face in Pyongyang. What's happening? South Korea's President Moon Jae-in will meet his North Korean counterpart Kim Jong-un in Pyongyang on Tuesday. Why is it important? This will be the first trip by a South Korean leader to the capital of the North, with whom it is technically still at war, in more than a decade. It follows 2 meetings earlier this year in which the leaders agreed to work together to rid the peninsula of nuclear weapons. The two Koreas' relationship has moved on since the new year after Mr. Kim promised to suspend nuclear missile tests. But there are still some touchy subjects. Namely, South Korea's decision to take part in US-led sanctions and the North's human rights record. 2. The Emmy for Best Drama goes to What's Happening? The 70th Annual Emmy Awards, which celebrate the best in American television, will take place in Los Angeles on Monday night. Why is it important? The glitz and glamour of a high-profile awards ceremony is admittedly a bit of fun, but the Emmys can often take a political turn. Don't just take our word for it. 2-time Emmy nominee and 1-time presidential election winner Donald Trump has said so himself. The Emmys are all politics, that's why The Apprentice never won, he tweeted in 2012. A number of stars, including host Stephen Colbert and actor Donald Glover, gave Mr. Trump a bashing during last year's ceremony. Look out for the winners making any politically charged remarks this time around ahead of November's midterm elections. And look out for whatever the reaction to those remarks might be. 3. Nice to see you. What's happening? Leaders from across the European Union will hold a special meeting in Salzburg, Austria, on Thursday. Why is it important? This is seen as a key opportunity for UK Prime Minister Theresa May to lobby other EU leaders in the hope of securing a Brexit deal. Last week, her spokesman said the meeting would be a staging post in negotiations ahead of the March 2019 deadline. Both sides say progress is being made, but there remains much to be agreed upon. Unresolved issues include the Irish border, data protection and the role of the European Court of Justice. 4. Maria 1 year on. What's happening? Thursday will mark 1 year since Hurricane Maria made landfall in Puerto Rico, devastating the island which is still struggling to recover. Why is it important? The anniversary of Maria, which Puerto Rico's governor described as the worst natural disaster in our modern history, is likely to bring the U.S. response into sharp focus again. The island, an unincorporated territory of the U.S., finished restoring power only last month. The hurricane is estimated to have caused $100 billion, £77 billion, in damage, and the official death toll stands at nearly 3,000. But that toll has been disputed by President Trump, who has denied it without evidence and accused Democrats of inflating the number to make him look as bad as possible. This led to a political storm that is unlikely to go away as Thursday's anniversary brings renewed attention on the disaster.